Travel Tidbits podcast, hosted by the agents of Pineapple Escapes. Join us as we discuss the latest in travel news, destinations, and tips for the savvy traveler. After all, travel makes life sweeter.
Hi everyone, this is Kristi Shear from Pineapple Escapes, and you're listening to the Travel Tidbits podcast. Thanks for joining in today as I'm going to talk about one of our tidbits, the top 5 attractions at Animal Kingdom. So if any of you are listeners to our podcast, you know that in the past, I have done a similar podcast for 2 of the other parks. And this is based on if a person is visiting Disney for their one and only trip ever. So what are the top 5 things, in my personal opinion, I feel like they should visit while they're there? So I'm going to start the list off with a big attraction, and that's Avatar Flight of Passage. This is a unbelievable ride. It's even hard to describe. Probably it and Rise of the Resistance are the 2 top attractions right now at Disney, and you're going to have your biggest lines for. So with this flight, which is located in the Pandora section of Animal Kingdom, you take flight on a Banshee. Now, what's unusual about this ride is instead of like sitting in a seat, it's almost like you're sitting on a motorcycle. You're straddling this. It comes up around your legs. You actually feel like you're on the back of this Banshee. And in fact, throughout the experience as you're flying, you can feel the sides of the Banshee moving like it's breathing. You can feel the breezes. So just a very immersive attraction. Now, one thing to note on this, if you are prone to motion sickness, this is one that will probably get to you. So, be sure and take some medication maybe or something before you ride it, because I just hate to see anybody miss it because it is just such a great ride. But if you're prone to motion sickness, it might be a problem. Second on the list is Dinosaur. And this is in the Dino Land area of the park. It has a Jeep ride where you actually are on a mission to bring back this huge iguanodon, but you have to race against the meteor that destroyed the dinosaurs. So as you're going through this course, of course, you're going to see lots of dinosaurs. Some are a little scary for younger folks. It's kind of a bumpy ride, but you get to race against this meteor to see if you can bring one back to the present day. So just a fun ride, especially if you've got youngsters that are like dinosaurs. We know that's a popular thing with kids and they seem to really enjoy them. So that would be on my list also. The next thing I am going to add to the list is Expedition Everest. And if you all have listened to my podcast before, you know I like thrill rides. So you can pretty well bet if there's a roller coaster in a park, it's going to be a part of my list. This one's unusual in that you are climbing Everest in this roller coaster and you come upon broken tracks. And so you then plummet backwards down into caverns. And of course, there's the Yeti you're trying to escape from. So it's just different in that it has that backward motion, different than any other roller coaster at Disney. So I really enjoy that and think it's a good one. Number 4 on my list, Kilimanjaro Safaris. This is the actual safari where you can see the wild animals in their as close to natural habitat as possible. There's a 110-acre area that they're located on and 34 species there. The thing I like about this ride or attraction is it's different every time because you never know what animal is going to be out, which one you're going to see. So it's just new and different every time. I do suggest if you go on this first thing in the morning or later in the day are good times to go. A lot of times in the heat of the day, you won't see a lot of the animals out. So that's kind of the prime times to go on this. And last but not least, is the show It's Tough to Be a Bug. I'm just a big fan of 3D shows. I think they're a lot of fun. They're a nice way to get a short rest in an air-conditioned place when you're touring the parks. And this one is actually located in the Tree of Life, which is kind of cool in and of itself. But it has lots of special effects, where you feel like you have bugs crawling on you. You get to smell a stink bug, just different things like this. So it's a great one for the whole family, for everybody to enjoy. So that wraps up my top 5 for Animal Kingdom. If you have other thoughts about what ought to be in a top 5, just leave us a note or send us a message. We'd love to hear from you. So thanks for listening today, and we would love to help you plan your next vacation. If you would like that, please email us at info@pineappleescapes.com.
We hope you've enjoyed today's episode of the Travel Tidbits podcast hosted by Pineapple Escapes. Travel makes life sweeter. Let the experts help you plan a vacation with lasting memories. We'd love to help you plan your next vacation and have you join our community. You can find us on the web at www.pineappleescapes.com and on Facebook and Instagram at Pineapple Escapes.